James Helder, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. I'm in Marylebone State in central London. Firstly, I'm joined by Antonio Yigit, ahead of his EBU European title clash with Lenny Daws. How are you, mate? You alright?
I'm good, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Good, yeah, it's good to get you on the channel a little bit. I mean, you've been a bit elusive in the build-up to this. How was France?
It was good, thank you. We've been training very hard over there. Weather was a lot better, so we like that. Training in good weather, that's what we want. Now we're back, now we're ready, so it's all up for Saturday night.
So you've been sort of in the UK as well as travelling about. You've been based in the UK for sort of a year or so. How are you finding that experience?
Well, I've been traveling about quite a lot, trying to find my place in Europe, so to speak. I was living in Germany before and I was living in Denmark, so, I got the experience from that. Then, obviously the boxing mecca here in Europe is in the UK, so I decided to move here and see what they had to offer. And I really enjoy the training here. I really enjoy the way I've been developing here, and people see a big difference in my boxing. So I really like it. I think I'll be staying here.
You've got a tricky southpaw style. People are not familiar with you. Explain to us a little bit about your style and your technique.
So basically, I'm an all-around fighter, I would guess. I mean, I can fight, I can move around, I have quick feet, so that's kind of my purpose of what I want to try to do. I want to try to make the opponents a bit confused, and that works pretty well for me. I'm a fast fighter, so I go in and out fast, and if need be, I can fight. If need be, I can counter and things like that. So they don't really know what to expect from me, and that's always an S in my arm.
Some good wins on your record, notably against Philip Sutcliffe Jr., who's quite an avoided fighter in himself. He finds it hard to get big level opponents in big fights. So how proud are you to have a win over Philip on your record?
Well, to be honest, I didn't know much about him when they gave me the fight. But the problem was that when my promoter asked me who I wanted to fight, so he gave me Philip Sutcliffe, who was undefeated, and he gave me two other journeymen. And I don't want to fight journeymen, so I'd rather go for the real win, So I told my promoter Nisse Sauerland that, listen, I want to fight Philip Sutcliffe. He's undefeated, got a high KO ratio. And when I talked with CJ Hussein about it, who's my trainer here in England, he knew him, and he had a lot of friends that knew of him. So they said it was going to be a tough fight, and that just made me even more, I just had to get that fight, because if I didn't, I would always know that I backed out of that fight, So, and I don't want to be that guy. I fight anyone, anywhere. So I went in, did a great fight against a great fighter. Was a very close decision, which I agree on. He's a good fighter. I'm a good fighter. I believe I got the win, and very proud of that. And now it's just gotta look forward for the next one. Now I got Lenny Daws.
How much can you tell me about Lightning Lenny Daws? How much do you know about Lenny personally?
Well, he's been around a lot. I've heard of him before, even before I knew I was ever gonna fight him. Just when I started boxing myself, when I started professional boxing at 2013. So I knew of him because he was in my category. He was around the top level. So the chances of me fighting him might come. And now he's here. So I know that he's experienced. I know that he's he has the will. He has the will to put the rounds in, and he doesn't back down from a fight. So that's good to know, because I really want this to be a fight where both of us can go out of it with our heads held high.
You boxed on the Froch Kesler 2 undercard, which was a co-promotion with the Sauerlands and Matchroom. How will that help you headlining at Westcroft, that experience? Do you think it's beneficial, the fact that you've headlined it, you've boxed in the UK already and at the Olympics? Do you think that'll help you on something?
I guess so. I mean, every experience counts. That's the way I see it. The more fights I've had, the more experience I get. But if I don't really see. The ring has four squares everywhere, in any country. So that's the way I see it, whether it's be in England or anywhere else. But it's just the fact that in England, you get this different kind of culture shock. Like in Sweden, people tend, you know, boxing is quite new there. People tend to not scream as much, you know, cheer as much, but over here they do, and I like that. That's actually a good feeling. So I think I don't think that will matter much, like what happened in the past, but I know that they're gonna be cheering and screaming now as well, and that's gonna edge me on, you know, definitely.
We're expecting a great fight on Saturday. Thank you very much for coming to IFL TV.
Thank you
Great
very
to get you
much.
on the channel, my man.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the weigh-in tomorrow. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you.